back and I blew it again. Hey, bag full of bricks, bag selling nicks like you and again. Trap ain't bump like this, it's so sick, so but this shit start you and again. Clear it out, sticker, air it out. Wear mouse, I ain't never about to give him fair mouse. I ain't never finna hit him with triple in the double up the stash, quarter brick another half, and I got enough 20 on the vision. Special love flipping in the caddy for the kitchen. I'm a hustle till the car came with another brick in it. Crib came with another bitch in it. If you ain't getting litty with either shit, I'ma put another bitch in it. You better hit me with Detroit. And no, I ain't talking about Michigan. Hey, down, ish. I'm going stupid in this shit. She played the flu with my wrist, sick. I got the flu on them. I play it cool on them. Hit stick. That's how I'm doing it. What I'm doing this shit. This was great. Flew out and flew in this shit. 40 shotting and shotting. Way in the hills, I'm high in the climbing. Siggin', stricken and siggin', sipping. Paying for hills and running it down. Jewish lawyers on the phone call. I said I'ma sign a little wish when I sign it. I got these Benjamin Frank on my body. Ain't finna feel over shit excited. Tears, trash, phones, could've hit, keep on calling. Sneaky on the floor, I've been scamming, getting it all in. Put the money dance, what the money for? Flow off my ex on money ball. You see it, I'm a little nigga too. Yeah, you don't like me? Fuck you. Damn, he running through all this paper. That's what I do to a hater. Don't touch two things, my hair and my paper. Passing that shit, she hot. Passing like hot potato. I died, I skated. And she look good, I might date her. The reason's good and I ate it. Little bitch, I'm major. Like, hold up. So we both at the function, you know what I'm saying? You pull up with your bitch, the 458. I pull up with my shit, the 488. You pull up beside my bitch, like, yo, what is the difference between my 458 and your 488? Just felt like 80 to 100,000. That's how I made it. About to go stupid again. She out the roof of the Benz. I'm about to do it again. I'm full of her friends. You made a flip out the rock. Fred Mueller, I jump out the jeweler again. I fuck my money up on the re-up, but I got it right back and I blew it again. I don't wanna hear no sucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you worried about your shit? Yeah.
With Hollywood Code, I'm with Marley G, bro. Flying Holly Grove chicks to my Hollywood shows. And I wanna tell you something that you probably should know. This that Slumdog Millionaire Bollywood flow. And my real friends never hearing from me. Fake friends write the wrong answers on the mirror for me. That's why I pick and choose. I don't get you confused. I got a small circle. I'm not with different crews. We walk the same path, but got on different shoes. Live in the same building, but we got different views. I got a couple cars I never get to use. Don't like my women single. I like my chicks in twos. And these days, all the girls is down the road. I hit the strip club and all the bitches find a pro. Plus I've been sipping, so this shit is moving kinda slow. Just tell my girl to tell a friend that it's time to go. Now tell me how you love it. You know you at the top and all the heavens right above it. We own. It's young money, motherfucker. If you ain't running with it, run from it, motherfucker. Alright, now somebody show some money in this beat. And I got my bees with me like some honey in this beat. You dig? I got my gun in my boot purse and I don't bust back because I shoot first. Meet me on the fresh train. Yes, I'm in the building. You just on the list of guest names. And all of my riders do not give a X games. Guns turn you boys into sex change. And I smoke till I got chest pains. And you just know I rep my game like Jesse James. Women are possessive and they wanna possess rain. I've been fly so long I fell asleep on the plane. Skinny pants and some Vans. Call me Triple A, get my advance in advance. Amen. As the world spinning, dance in my hands. Life is a beach, I'm just playing in the sand. Wake up and smell a. You can't see me, but never overlook me. I'm on the paper trail and ain't no telling where it took me. Yeah, and I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Now tell me how you love it. You know know you at the top and all the heavens right above it. We own. It's your money, motherfucker. If you ain't running with it, run from it, motherfucker. Alright, now somebody show somebody in this booty, and I got my bees moving like some honey in the
Y'all to see this. Turn up the lights in here, baby. You know what I need. Want you to see everything. Want you to see all the lights. That's cars, shooting stars, all of the lights, all of the lights. Until it's taken seconds, baby, all of the lights. If you want it, you can get it for the rest of your life.
I knew dead. I slapped my girl, she called the feds. I did that time and spent that bread. I'm headed home, I'm almost there. I'm on my way, headed up the stairs. To my surprise, a new replacing me. I had to take them to that ghetto university. Lights, stop lights, flashlights, spotlights, strobe lights, street lights, all of the lights, all of the lights. Fast life, thug life, rock life, every night, all of the lights. Turn up the lights in here, baby. Extra bright, I want y'all to see this. Turn up the lights in here, baby. You know what I need. Want you to see everything. Want you to see all of the lights. Ain't in order, can't see my daughter. Her mother, brother, grandmother hate me in that order. Public visitation, we met at borders. Told her she'd take me back and I'll be more supportive. I made mistakes, I bumped my head. And court sucked me dry, I spent that bread. She need a daddy, baby please. Can't let her grow up in that ghetto university. Lights, stop lights, flashlights, spotlights, strobe lights, street lights, all of the lights, all of the lights. Fast life, thug life, rock life, every night, all of the lights.
Lights in here, baby. Extra bright, I want y'all to see this. Turn up the lights in here, baby. You know what I need. Want you to see everything. Want you to see all of the lights.
Get mine, baby. Gotta let this go. Yeah. Get it right, baby. She go and get your own. Get mine, baby. Gotta let this go. Yeah. Get it right, baby. She go and get your own.
Unemployment line, credit card decline. Didn't I mention I was about to lose my mind? And also was about to do that line. Can't go there, you know we're going all the way this time. 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 We're going all the way this time.
Turn up the lights in your baby. Extra bright, I want y'all to see this. Turn up the lights in your baby. You know what I need. Want you to see everything. Want you to see all of the lights.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got
Half a match for you today, folks. The Bears continue an interconference crusade against the visiting Seahawks of Salve Regina University here on the Bears Sports Network. Thanks for joining us for the last 40 minutes and 54 seconds of this match. I'm Matt Donahue on the call here with you. This game was supposed to take place this past Thursday, and we already have an injured player slowly getting up. Injured man on the play was Karsten Bolos. He is back on his feet. Took a second to get back up, though. Appears to be good. As I was saying, this game started this past Thursday, ended up being rained out and postponed to today with 40 minutes and 54 seconds left in the match. Salve Regina leads 1-0 off a goal scored by a former MASCAC legend, Kendi Prince, the sophomore from Medford, who last year with Salem State was the MASCAC Offensive Player of the Year, MASCAC Tournament MVP. Bolos is going to jog over to the sideline under his own power. We're going to see what the deal is. And just like that, he's back. 40-27 to go in the match. Again, Salve up 1-0. Same two gentlemen between the pipes for each side. Nathan Reed for the Seahawks, William Russell for the Bears.
Here we go, Nick.
It was a messy match on Thursday night, or at least part of the match. Again, rain throughout the proceedings. It was a thunderstorm rolling through that ended up pushing this thing to today. Toss in coming from Sam Winiarski from Westfield. Played his high school ball at Loomis Chafee. He'll get it right back from Borges. Drop in, grabbed out of the air by Russell. Again, the only goal scored so far in this match back on Thursday, the work of Prince. With an assist credited to Nick Diamond. It was a throw-in by Russell. Just bounced off of Diamond, and Prince, as he is wont to do, very leisurely and with ease, put it in the back of the net. Dropped back to Reed by Logue. Joe Logue from Acton Boxborough, who is new to this match for the Seahawks. Muncaster, who came in as a sub on Thursday, rolls that one up ahead. Couple of pushes, nearly taking a fall as Berlingeri. That one gets sent way back by bare feet. Chasing it down is going to be Constantino. Trying to drop back, absolutely dogged, and hitting the deck is LaFontaine. So stepping over to put it in play, excuse me, is Bolos.
Attaboy, Nate.
And directly over to Reed.
Here we go, Nate.
Reed's first target, Logue. Slid up ahead, trying to hit, doesn't meet his mark, and it's chased down by O'Toole. He's going to try to spin it around, kick it back the Bears' way. Intended target, Montron. Instead leaves it with Logue. Kingara directly back to Logue. He'll work his way around, slide over to Diamond. Along the line, Winiarski up ahead, Reichert across, and that is to nobody. Going to be out of bounds off of Salve, and David Nelson
That's it, John.
will put it in. First to DeMello. A bouncer, O'Toole trying to get it out of the way. A boot. But Prince can't move it forward. Whistle stops it. Foul on Salve. Russell the kick. Disputed, comes to Gavin Norton. Back to LaFontaine, aside to Montron, and it's out of bounds off of Salve. Norton will be responsible for the heave-in to Montron, immediately bounced out by Winiarski. Neither team had put in a whole ton of offensive grit, or rather, should I say, they were stopping each other up pretty well. Kingara gets tripped up by Borges, sliding up ahead, trying to do something as Prince. He's going to try and fail to put it in, stopped well in front by Russell. First toss is to Norton. LaFontaine at midfield leaves it for Montron, back to Norton. Disputed around, out of bounds. Off Riker. As I was saying, neither of these sides was coming away as the dominant one offensively. Both had struggled a little bit. The conditions had much of a part to play in that. The one goal, again, the work of Prince, expertly played, but kind of a fluke. As I mentioned, the toss from Russell pretty much just bounced right off of Diamond. Prince took it from there, nobody in front of him, and did what he does best, which is score. Neither side had a ton of momentum, and certainly a couple days off from the match cannot possibly be helpful for either side's momentum. Far side, that one is high and rolling fast out, trying to chase it down, just barely keeping it in is Winiarski. Borges. And a big boot out of there by Ethan DeMello. LaFontaine chasing it down. A little bit of a push on Constantino. It's going to roll out anyway. Salve's ball, and it'll be a Nathan Reed goal kick. Nathan Reed, one of the further flung members of this Seahawks side from Delaware. Played his high school ball at Caesar Rodney High, named for the founding father from Delaware. Big goal kick and a big whistle. Foul on Salve, with which Salve is not pleased, and particularly Borges. He had a word or two to say about that one. Straight up push. Just blatantly pushed to the ground. DeMello takes it in the chest from Diamond. And this one is a lot more contentious than it was last Thursday. Foul is evidently on Bridgewater. Foul's evidently on Bridgewater, and taking the first kick is going to be Loeb. Sure looked a lot from my angle like Diamond either pushed DeMello to the ground or fell on top of DeMello because of some interference. Couldn't quite tell what the generator was. There's Steal It. Sliding up ahead, LaFontaine wants to chase it down, so does Constantino. Constantino's out in front, and he's going to drop it off to the side.
Let's go, Blue. Come on, Liam.
Expertly played, to be honest. It is Bears ball, but he does not give up the corner on the play. Good defense by Constantino. That one's up in the air, and that's going to be out of bounds. Nate Reed will get another goal kick.
We go, Blue.
DeMello on the ground after the dispute. Back to Kingara. Slides up ahead. Stolen by Borges. Rolling towards the near side. Booted up by Winiarski. O'Toole chasing it down. Russell's going to finally get a grip on it and kick it out of bounds
Good pressure, Nick. Let's go.
before
Let's
Diamond
go,
can get a grasp. Diamond will receive the toss in. Borges gets it back out of bounds off the Bears. Yet again, looked like O'Toole was the man who got his foot on
Here
it.
we go, Blue.
In the closing 40 minutes 54 of this match, it sure feels an awful lot like it's been the Seahawks with the wind at their backs so far this afternoon. Just under 31 to play in the match. Again, Salve leads 1-0, as they did coming into the resumption of this match. Toss in is going to be from Winiarski. Diamond, the header. Winiarski gets it back. Across. It's going to come over to Evan Arpin. Seahawks not wanting to give up any of this momentum. This one is bounced out of there by Norton. Grabbing it back is Winiarski. Some deflection. Montron chases it down, slide across. And the Bears are going to try to make a drive of their own. Here's Norton across to Kingara. Kingara further across to Healy. Healy, the furthest flung member of either side on the field today. From Cork, Ireland, played his high school soccer at Plymouth North. That one is out of bounds off the Bears. Kingara, the header, back in the Bears' direction. Montron tries to add some juice of his own. A little bit of a slowdown. Bears finally starting to break away. Up ahead for DeMello. He wants some magic. And it gets deflected by Winiarski. Chasing it down is Norton. He wants to set somebody up, but it's going to be high over the net.
Use your left foot.
Solid crowd in attendance for a holiday, and particularly for only 40 minutes and 54 seconds of a match. A lot going on in Bridgewater sports today. It's worth noting that since this match was postponed, since Thursday night, each of these teams has played a match. This past Saturday, both teams played. Took their respective shows back out to the pitch and each fought to a draw. The Seahawks faced Endicott at home in Newport, fought to a 3-3 draw. Bridgewater, meanwhile, fought to a draw of their own, 0-0 at Worcester State, also on Saturday. So since these two last met up, since this match was paused, each of these sides has added another draw to their records. Doesn't really throw much of a wrinkle in things. Certainly for a Bears team that has struggled mightily so far this season, a draw is always welcome, especially as that Worcester match was a conference game. Conference match also, the Endicott match was for Salve in the Commonwealth Coast Conference. They now enjoy a 2-1-1 CCC record. Bears, meanwhile, 1-2-1 in the match cap. That one escapes the grasp of Montrond, and it's booted back by Constantino. O'Toole back to Russell. He'll try to slide it up ahead to DeMello. Nearly loses it, just gets it back. Russell places it in the air now. Kingara and Borges dueling for it. Really wrestling. Kingara, his knee on the ground, finally gets a friendly whistle and grip. This one's up ahead, trying to set up over the net. Just north of it all is LaFontaine. Tough, tough play. But for a slightly different angle, that could have resulted in a 1-1 game. Reed trots around back to collect it, happy to chew some clock. About 26 and a half left in the match. His Seahawks enjoy a 1-0 advantage. Goal kick. Kingara gets it back in the Bears' direction. LaFontaine trying to chase it down. He'll end up coughing it up out of bounds. The man frustrating his plans was Joe Logue.
We go white! Come on, Blue. Here we go, Blue.
Salve with a couple of subs a little while ago. Ben Tomas and Michael Manousis came in for Reichert and Moncaster, respectively. Nelson boots it out. Nelson with a yellow card under his belt so far today, the only card shown to either side. A bouncer comes the way of Russell and he grabs it. Heave up ahead to Norton. Norton watched by Tomas. Up ahead to LaFontaine. He's dueling it around. Now he's sparring with Tomas and finally manages to get it ahead to Bolos. Slides away from DeMello, and that one is picked up in short order by Prince. Prince, one of the taller members of the Salve Regina side.
Nice, Mikey.
Across to Tomas. Up ahead, misses his target, but finally recovered by Borges. A cross stolen by Norton off the pass that was a little bit too leisurely, but the Seahawks are going to get it right back. Up ahead, misses. Borges trying to make something out of nothing. Trying to set somebody up from the side, presumably would have been Diamond, but he slides a little bit too far, and Prince has to go chase it down. Through to Manousis. Back. That one was too leisurely.
Come on, Blue. Here we go, Blue. Good build up, Blue.
Dribbler that was the work of Arpin. So Russell will get another goal kick, another chance to facilitate what he doubtlessly hopes will be the first Bears score of this match. Just over 23 to play. 1-0 Seahawks. Headed by Tomas, headed again by DeMello, and he'll try to chase it down, doing battle with Tomas. Both run for it. Better end of the deal with Salves. Toss in will be from Lowe. To Diamond. Bounced out off the foot of DeMello. Logue evaluates his target, settles again for Diamond. This time after a little bit of a wrestling match, it's out again off the Bears, this time off the feet. This one's got altitude. A setup attempt. Headed out and away by Lang. Casey Lang, himself a substitute, came in for Berlingeri. Senior, and he's a local guy, East Bridgewater. Russell, a gentle goal kick to Healy. Up ahead to Nelson. Nelson across. That one was slick to Gelfi. Up ahead to Madden. Can't keep it. Gelfi nearly gets it back. Pushing match with Tomas, and he manages to make it across to Matthias. As all these subs come in, Gelfi, Matthias, and Madden, who came in for Bolos, Kingara, and Norton, respectively.
Here we go, Blue. Here
Santos
we go, Blue.
across to Healy. This one's got a shot.
That's it, Nate. Nate's a great. Nate's a great.
Reed knew that. Came well out, making the stop before LaFontaine can come within striking distance. 21 to play.
Attaboy, Ben. Attaboy, Ben. Attaboy, Ben.
Matthias across to Madden. Up ahead to LaFontaine, trying to grab it. Gelfi gets a little bit of a better grip on it, and he'll keep it in bounds. Closing in on it are blue jerseys. Madden couldn't get it behind himself. Winiarski will try to clear it. Diamond.
Nice, Nick.
Up ahead, Anusis back. Tomas across. Bounce over to Arpin. Now up ahead, Nelson chasing it down. Watched
That's it, Casey.
by Lang. That one's cleared out of there in orderly fashion by Santos. Both schools pretty well represented here today. I'm hearing some cheers for the Bears, but also some words of encouragement in the crowd for the Seahawks. Certainly, of course, Bridgewater and Newport not exactly far from each other.
Come on, Evan. Take it to him, Evan.
Arpin rolling up.
That's it.
Across midfield. Side drop to Borges. He'll kick that one up ahead, trying to hit Diamond. The Bears are able to grab it. Healy boots it back. Nelson. Slide up ahead, but it's right into blue jerseys. Arpin. Over to Tomas. Tomas right off the body of Matthias. Gelfi deflects it, but he gives it right back to Logue. Logue up ahead, right to Madden.
That's it, Sammy.
Madden to O'Toole. O'Toole's going to kick this one all the way back to Russell, who'll give it a boot.
Nice, Mike.
Feed him a Anusis. Aside to Borges. Anusis again, directly to Santos. Correction to Mello. Aside to Gelfi. Gelfi trying to hit Madden. Madden's trying to outrun Logue. Pushing match. Logue will come away with it. Madden wants a corner kick for his trouble, but they're not getting one. Madden frustrated by the lack of a corner. A couple of subs are rolling back in. One sub by each team. Diamond gets a breather for the Seahawks. Zeke Menendez is his replacement. LaFontaine gets a breather for the Bears. And Colin Evans is his replacement. Matthias at midfield. Across to O'Toole. O'Toole coming way further down than he typically does. He's usually a backfield guy. Hitting the deck on the play. Immediately involved is Colin Evans. He hits the floor. Taking the free kick is going to be Nicolas Matthias. Metro West guy from Milford. Played his high school ball in Framingham. Matthias with service. Crowd moves, and Kendi Prince using every inch of those 6'1" to clear. DeMello working on the far side. Drops it off for Gelfi. Loses it. Borges gets it up ahead to Prince. He's going to boot it up. Deflected by Healy. Direct shot, though, to Manousis. He'll drop it back to Tomas. Sliding up, Lang. Borges on the far side. Watched by Healy. Very physical game these two sides are playing here in the resumption match. Stolen right away by Healy. Evans trying to break. Watched by Manousis. Slide up ahead. David Nelson. Deflected but gets it back. Trying to do the work, and he puts that one further than he would like. Madden trying to recover on the near side by the corner. Chased down by Winiarski. Madden loses it, falls over on the play. The man sat on the pitch is Winiarski. He's getting back up now. Matthias having a word with the official. Doesn't look too unfriendly. Matthias a quick, genial pat on the back for the official. Result of the play is going to be a Bears free kick. Matthias and Gelfi are both posted there. Looks like ultimately Gelfi will do the honors. That one was way north. Doinked off the upright behind the net. And Salve will take back over. I think certainly, of course, the conditions that we see this afternoon. It's a bit overcast here in Bridgewater, but that's nothing compared to the storm we were watching unfold on Thursday night. And I would imagine that the conditions here on the pitch today are certainly lending themselves to a more physical match between these two sides. We've seen a lot of pushes, a lot of contact, fouls here and there. Certainly nothing uncommon in this game. Certainly nothing uncommon in soccer, but it feels more concentrated today than it did on a wet, rainy, slippery Thursday. Montron up ahead. Evans trying to break with it without being offsides. He's just barely getting it. Couldn't get the force he wanted, and it's easy for Reed to pick up off the dribbler. Aside from Kendi Prince's goal in the first half of this match that was played out on Thursday, neither of these sides has really been able to take a decisive offensive advantage, each of them with 11 shots. 6-5 shot on goal advantage for Salve. 5 saves apiece for the keepers, Reed and Russell. Bears have taken 3 corners. Seahawks have taken just 1. Seahawks, though, have shown slightly more initiative. They've called, or rather I should say they've been called for 4 offsides. Bears have been called offsides just once. But the real story of this match, we're talking about the aggression picking up particularly today, is the foul game. 13 fouls for the Seahawks, 9 fouls and a yellow card on Nelson for the Bears. David, that one's out off of him. He came in as a substitution for Prince. That one's a long shot attempting to get Evans. But the man chasing it down instead with more luck is going to be Constantino. They're tripping and falling over each other. It stays in bounds. Falling out was Evans. And Constantino easily able to slide it up to Tomas, who gets it to Manusas. Up ahead to Winiarski. Across, O'Toole's trying to prevent disaster, and ultimately doing so is Healy, though he's going to give away the corner kick to the Seahawks. Just under 12 to play in the match. Salve 1-0. And no stoppage time. No stoppage time in these games these days. Not sure if it's a MASCAC thing or a Division III thing. I reckon it must be the latter, this being an interconference match. But there will be no stoppage time. This thing seals up at 90. It was a lazy kick deflected out by Madden. Call's going to be out of bounds, but no corner kick. Sawyer Byer, the heave in immediately to Madden. Byer trying to deflect it back himself, headed back in the right direction by Loeb. And picking it up is Evans for the Bears. Drop aside to Gelfie, chasing it down real quick. It's his fellow headband-wearing menace, Sawyer Byer. But it's out of bounds off of him, and Madden will toss it back in. Byer came in for Winiarski. And the Seahawks made at the same time another substitution. Muncaster back into the match in the place of Manusas. Even from Logue. Just everybody. And that's going to be a Salve foul.
Come on, G. Come on, G. Here you go, Blue.
Each side with a substitution on that last stop. Gerlingeri came in for Lang. Bolos came back in for Evans. Taking the free is O'Toole. Headed by Constantino. But this one isn't clear just yet. DeMello trying to get a grip, but he cannot. Trying to give it a healthier boot is Matias, and it's going to stay there. Still down and slow to get to his feet, but now back up is DeMello. That's an offsides call that pauses things there. Bridgewater stayed offsides for just the second time in this match. Reed again keen to chew clock, 9.5 to play, and his Seahawks enjoy a 1-0 lead. Healy the toss in, Matias the recipient. Clean across to O'Toole.
Yeah, keep working, Ethan. Keep working, Ethan.
High flyer, Madden trying to keep it in, he does. Back to Matias. O'Toole a boot, as if he wants to set somebody up. Nelson wants it to be him. Cleared out a little bit further by Constantino, but the Bears still have him in the woods. Bears are going to get a corner kick out of that one. Fourth of the match. Looks like it'll be Bolos out there taking it. 8.5 to play. Bolos, service. A lot of people jumping. This one's not quite clear just yet. Now more so off the feet of Menendez. Madden trying to send it back and press the issue. Nelson on the near side trying to hit Gelfie. Ends up with Matias. Across DeMello. A belter, and it's just high. Solid directions, but just barely, maybe generously a foot above the crossbar. But Nathan Reed lives to see another day, and the shutout continues.
Wrap it up, you. Let's go.
.37 to play in the match. 1-0 Seahawks. Reed the goal kick. Nelson picks it right up off the heads. Disputed. Grabbed. Back up ahead to Byer. Madden interrupts him. Taking it back, hustling is Joe Madden. Across, attempted to Gelfi, but instead gives it right back to Logue. Gets it back from Reichert. Correction. Pina
Here we go, Kendi.
came in as a sub. Kendi Prince, who's back in. Trying to make it 2-0. Pushed around by Santos. Prince wanted to set somebody up. He wants it to be Diamond repaying the earlier favor. Instead, it's cleared out a little bit further. Pina came in as a sub for Borges. Diamond came in for Menendez. Prince came in for Ethan David. Across to Muncaster. Trying to play keep away, just barely keeping it away. That one inside. Pina couldn't get to it before the Bears could, and here's Gelfi. Upwards to Madden in the air. Trying to keep it in his control. He finally grabs it back, chased down closely by Beyer. Madden wants to set somebody up. The slide across, he wanted it to be Montron, but that one was deflected just a little bit too far. Hard work down there defending were Constantino and Logue. A whistle, and this one is coming back the Seahawks' way.
Here we go, Blue.
Five and a half to play. Reed the boot for setup. This is everybody eventually found Diamond. For Salve, it's a matter of killing time generally, but they're still trying to set something up big. Beyer can't control it. Right into Russell, but he was offsides. Sawyer Beyer is incensed by the offsides call. Will Russell doesn't seem to mind too much. He's going to set up Healy. Up ahead to Nelson. Back. Little curvature across to O'Toole. O'Toole up. Madden, the nearest recipient, and he's going to grab it. He wants to be the assist for somebody's goal, but he kicks it out instead.
Attaboy, Joe.
Joe Madden just had an unfortunate angle on that one, sent it out. And Nate Reed's going to get another goal kick. 4:18 to play. Reed with the boot. Couple of heads, comes to Nelson. Keeps it through contact.
Come on, Blue.
Trying to slide up for Bolos, but stolen away by Salve. Pina hits the floor with Bolos, but got it up in front. And finally, a whistle's going to stop things as Matias slides onto his rear end. Ball's going to be a foul on Bridgewater. Generator for the drive will be Arpin. Taking a second to collect himself is Nolan Pina. Noticeable limp. He's moving towards the sideline. He's going to get checked out. And stepping in for him is Borges. Arpin. Through to nobody really. A cross intercepted by Santos. Just over 3 to play in the match. 1-0 Seahawks. Madden trying to control it, watched closely by Beyer. He's just barely keeping it inside. Kicks it back to O'Toole. Santos across to Healy. Healy working up over midfield. Montrond wants to grab it, but getting the better of it is Muncaster. Up ahead, Borges is rolling. That one was out off the Bears. It's do or die for Bridgewater State. Healy knows it, but he boots it right back to bare feet. Here's Prince. Montrond trying to chase it down, watched by Muncaster. Belter across, and that one hit. Stays in bounds. Wrestling match. And Bolos just gets horse-collared to the deck.
Stop the clock!
Wrestler on the play is Borges. O'Toole at midfield, working around. Prince dogging him. Across to nobody, trying to keep it is Matthias. Healy, Madden, picked up, nearly stolen by Byer. That could have been dangerous. Madden's trying to break. It is truly do or die. And the Bears seem to choose die for the moment. That one gets deflected off of Gelfie. Logue with the toss in. Airborne courtesy of Muncaster. Diamond. Right back to O'Toole. He keeps it inside. They both hit the floor. Foul was on Salve, but for some reason O'Toole was absolutely incensed. Header, and that was going to be a bit wide. A bit of a correction, in fact, just outside the realm of my view. Jordan Borges, not only a foul, but was in fact shown a yellow card. So one yellow shown to each side now in this match.
10, 9, 8,
But this thing's
7,
pretty much done.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We finish it up, results exactly where we left it. After 90 minutes of play spread across 2 days, Bears unable to come up with that crucial tying goal, and they drop an interconference decision. Your final score, Salve Regina University Seahawks 1, Bridgewater State University Bears 0. An unfortunate outcome, and the Bears will fall to 2-7-2 on the year. Seahawks improve 6-2-4, excuse me.
Yes, I be your woman. Yes, I be your baby. Yes, I be whatever that you tell me when you're ready. Yes, I be your girl, forever your lady. You ain't never got a word. I'm down for you, baby. Best believe that when you need that, I'll provide that. You will always have it. I'll be on deck, keep it in check. When you need that, I'm with
Seahawks won
you play. I wanna hear you calling my name like, hey, mama, mama, hey, mama.
Remember that every day is a great day to be a Bear.